The professional layman's.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the very first episode, the pilot, if you will. This is the Professional Layman's Podcast, episode number one. One. Literally one. Uno.
There's a minus 3, a minus 2, and a minus 1, but this is 1.
This is one. And it could still be
Minus one.
Minus one.
Which
But
would push the others into minus 2, 3, and 4.
But that's a scale that we'll figure out when we're less shit-faced. I'm one half of your hostage, Bert Kilder.
And I am the other part of the hostage, Jesse.
You're a hostage?
You said hostage.
I did
said
say-
hostage.
I say
Tomato, tomato.
tomato, tomato, potato, potato,
Dick hard, dick moderately hard.
half-mast, quarter-mast.
Semi-glazed,
Have you ever heard quarter-mast before?
Quarter-mast?
Yeah, quarter-mast.
Is that when you can slap it like against things and it makes it like
Yeah, but
sound?
it's like kind of firm as well still. Like and it gives a good slap, but
You know what they call that?
mm,
That lazy dick.
lazy dick.
Lazy dick.
I figure it's probably like the right amount of flaccidity to erection proportion,
You want
so
someone
that
who's-
it can just give us good solid turkey slap, man. Like that's the kind of thing you use to get your dick real going. Like if you find it a bit hard, you got a bit of whiskey in your system, you're like, it's getting a bit hard, but this chick's in me head, and it's like, I just want to get fucking up. Just fucking turkey slap it with your quarter chub, man. That's all you need to do.
Quarter chub.
Yeah, quarter chub. Yeah.
I love how
I too heard that.
I love how our sound guy's not here for the first step, but our artist is.
But our artist is here for the
It's
first
fantastic,
episode.
sitting in his fucking artist corner.
I suppose I should introduce you as well. This is Tomo, our artist. Say hi, Tomo. Hello. Well, you could be a bit more interesting for an artist, I have to say. That was a very bland introduction to
Kind
yourself.
of keeps it all up in the dome, eh?
Mm.
Yeah.
See, he's pretty like low key, but then like you get a few Morgans into him, right? And he just he tends to open up a bit. By the way, Tomo is responsible for all our great artwork, and thank you very much for that, Tomo.
I don't know.
Huh?
I honestly couldn't tell you.
Yeah, no, we can hear you as like a background kind of thing.
Yeah.
So like it's good because like people in the background can if they really want to. Yeah, it's good. It's good, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, enough.
Shout,
Ah.
let it all out.
Oh, that shout. Okay.
Yeah, well,
No,
that's
we'll
like
fucking
he's gonna have to shout from downtown over there, right?
from all the way downtown. indeed.
Downtown.
All right. First episode. Let's actually fucking get into why the fuck we're doing this and what it's all about.
We are
Jesse.
the professional layman's.
But this is also a podcast for the professional layman.
See, everyone might be a layman, but
See,
they might not be.
But see, in every aspect, we are kind of all laymen's in one aspect or another, right? I mean, it's like you take Neil deGrasse Tyson, who is my least favorite person on this planet, and you get him like on Twitter, you can see him, and he's talking about politics, and he's talking about how bad of a person Orange Man is, and it's like, okay, dude,
is he worse? You said least favorite.
Yes, he's my least favorite person on this planet. Neil deGrasse Tyson. Yes, no, he is, because I used to respect the fuck out of him. I really did. But then he opened his mouth about shit that isn't astrophysics. And he's an insufferable cunt, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, but like,
Wait, you've seen that? Okay, he's been on Joe Rogan for like fucking 5 or 6 episodes. But there was an episode where he was on, and he said something along the lines of, an argument
dude,
that
we're
lasts...
literally 30 seconds into our podcast.
And we're talking about
Joe.
fucking Joe Rogan. Yes, cunt.
Well,
it's unavoidable, alright.
Rip us.
We know.
Rip our future.
We know.
Rip our sponsors.
You can catch all the all new Spotify episodes later this year when he transfers to YouTube. Yeah, right. Yeah, fuck yeah.
By the way, guys, we're only on Spotify.
Yes, and
We signed a deal, professional deal.
that's
with
correct.
Spotify.
Yes, we have a grand total of 0 people who listen to this as of now, and
But they can see the potential.
and that's
they're
right.
really
The
proud of us,
Spotify saw the
and-
potential, and in a very uncapitalistic move, they've decided to just put us in front of Michelle Obama's new podcast.
Yep. And they're also going to...
You saw that shit, right?
Yeah, that's ridiculous, man.
Anyway, Neil deGrasse fucking Tyson. Yeah, he said this shit about on Joe Rogan. He said this shit about how if an argument lasts longer than 5 minutes, then what did he say? Then it's a redundant argument. You shouldn't be having it anymore, or something along those lines. That's a really fucking stupid thing to say. And you get someone as supposedly...
Well, if he used the word argument, I don't disagree with him. But if it was the word discussion, then yeah, sure.
Oh, come on, man.
Like more of a 5-minute discussion. Like
if me and you,
if it's an argument,
if me and you get into the intricacies of the effects of communist over-aggression in the North Korea's South Korea border war,
or the effects of gondolas in southern countries.
Yes. What is a gondola?
It's kind of a gazebo. It's kind of like a gazebo.
Is it a mobile gazebo?
Well, I think it's you know how they have stilts, right, for houses that have water that pass under them. I feel like it's a gazebo, but for people that have water pass under them. Yeah. Or the other meaning of it, where it's like next to a train line where they can quickly pack it up.
It's flood-proof.
There's the gondola shops.
Yeah.
And then there's those like a gazebo style.
The gondola.
Gondolina.
All right, should we get onto why people should be listening to this piece of shit train wreck?
No, we should keep talking about Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah, he is a piece of shit.
He's not that bad.
He's an absolute... No, okay, look.
He likes
okay,
space.
maybe I'm being a bit harsh, yes.
Yeah.
But at the same time, can't you shut his mouth? No, because he's stupid. He has wrong opinions, and I can say that there's someone who has right opinions.
No, he doesn't have opinions.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, he does.
He shouldn't. He shouldn't,
but he does.
Yes, but he does, and that's his downfall, and why I hate him so much.
Yeah. So all in all,
Buskashi.
Oh, right.
Oh, we're cutting that out.
Buskashi.
Yeah, there's definitely don't cut that one out at all. No.
All in all, scientists should stick to their own lane.
Yeah, well, yeah, because the thing about
is that what you're trying to say?
Okay,
if you're good at something, stay good at that.
Think about it this way, Jesse. All right, how many times have you gone to the doctor and you can just clearly tell, plain as daylight, from their writing as well, that they're just autistic? All right,
it's a gift.
It's a gift and a curse. So depends on how bad you got it, right? But you go to a doctor, you don't really expect anything from him other than, hey, this is what's fucking wrong with you. And this is the pills you should take for it, right?
But then he tells you should stop drinking as well. And you're like, what do you mean?
But then he tells you about how, I don't know, what? The writing?
Oh, the
Yeah, no, it's just super messy, right?
Yeah.
But it's like if you went to your doctor and and he just started talking to you about how racist Edgar Allan Poe was, or starts talking about how septic tanks are actually dangerous to plumbing. Like, you wouldn't listen.
Neil deGrasse Tyson was saying.
No, you mong. And just saying,
I was hoping he said that stuff because I was about to light him up. Damn, I was nearly on your side, son.
There's a reason why we call you Yanks Seppos, by the way, because septic tanks are a fucking shithouse idea. Wait, no, they flat out are. Wait, fucking Samwise, my plumber friend, fucking told me that. He's like, no, they're a shit idea.
This is another layman. Samwise.
Oh yeah, Samwise the layman, man. He's a fucking
layman.
lad.
He knows what's up. Dude, that guy plumbed. Wait. There was a ship.
Plums pretty hard.
He plums so hard. There was a ship
so
just off the north coast, off of Australia. They were stuck out there. They were anchored. They had some hull problem.
Yeah.
And they had a full load of shit on the ship.
Yeah.
And they had to plumb it out.
Oh.
Yeah.
What he did?
He swam out there 5.5 k's and plumbed it out.
Is this a true story?
No. I mean, yeah.
He plumbed the shit out.
But you
of
know
that
what?
shit,
He
man.
didn't do it, but I don't doubt that he would.
No,
He's
he's an absolute lad. Sam Wise, if you ever happen to listen to this train wreck of a first episode, then I love you, buddy, but you need to lose some weight. Anyway, so wait, no, I'm saying that just so you can make the trip out to the sunken vessel. Like
Right.
what? Okay, what's better, Sam Wise? Look, you lose 20 kilo, and you make it out there, and then you get $12 million, of which the government will take $1,150 million of, because they're the government of Australia and they're cunts and they tax everything.
Oh, yeah.
Or would you rather just not do that and, not have treasure? I mean, it's pretty distinct choice.
I mean, our roads are pretty nice though.
Our roads are pretty nice, yeah.
I don't mind getting taxed.
I mean, okay.
We should run that, right? I don't mind getting taxed. So
No, I mind getting taxed.
I don't mind it.
No, getting taxed is fucking gay.
I would
fucking hate
prefer
getting
it over
taxed.
going out on the weekend and laying down concrete.
Yeah, you know what? I think taxes is one of those things we're gonna have to get to in a later episode, because the aim of this show, ladies and gentlemen, is to express to all of you our professional opinions about how certain things in the world work, operate, exist, affect our lives.
Yeah, we're just like you.
We're just like you,
We're probably
except
a
we're
little
not,
bit
because
worse.
except I'm extremely intelligent but very narcissistic and a piece of shit.
Yep.
And I do think I'm smarter than all of you.
I
But
have an
at the same
unrealistic
time-
view of everything,
But at the same time,
but I also am way smarter than you.
yes, that's correct. That's
I
correct.
think I am,
and
and therefore I am.
exactly. Who the fuck said that? Who was the cunt that said that?
There's heaps of old dudes that said
Some
heaps of
old
shit. Who
old
cares?
fuck said that.
Who really cares? I mean, we've moved way beyond that. I mean, this
Way
is the
beyond that at
20th
this point.
century.
This is the
21st?
21st.
23rd?
Twen-
Fuck knows.
At this point, wait, it's 2020.
At this point, who gives a fuck?
At this
We got-
point, 2020.
Yo,
we're
dude, what do we got? We got COVID.
Mm.
Straight up. What else we got?
we
We got.
a whole bunch of famous people died.
Oh yeah, who died?
No, but there's been a lot more than recent.
Freddie Mercury.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, Freddie fucking Mercury died this year, didn't he? Yeah.
Tom Hanks. Nah, he
Hanks.
just got COVID. He
Tom
didn't
Hanks.
die. Yeah.
Bill Cosby died in prison today.
Did Cosby die in prison? Did I miss the memo?
No, but you know who... oh, yeah, he killed himself, but you know who didn't? Jeffrey Epstein. He made the same joke that everyone else makes. He didn't kill himself, guys. Anyway, the whole idea of this show, ladies and gentlemen, is to inform you,
And
the listener,
distract Bert.
and for Jesse to be a cunt, while I demonstrate to you our professionalism and our intricate knowledge of certain events and things in the world around us. Each episode, me and Jesse will be bringing in one thing, and we will talk about it in length and try to educate all of you fine people who are far less intelligent than we are, but also much better people than we are, on how to properly understand our world and the certain intricacies that revolve around us all the time without us even taking notice most of the time.
Our idea is to give you the strength, the assertiveness, the balls, I guess you could say,
Yeah,
to
the
tackle
testicles.
what's ahead of
The
you.
pendulous swinging testicular
Yeah.
muscles.
Yeah, next time you're at the copier and Shannon is like, "Oh man, did you hear? Yeah, you heard about it.
Yeah, you heard
You
about
know
it.
all about it.
You know all about it.
Yeah,
It's because we told you. That's the reason why you're getting laid right now.
you don't. Need
You just
to,
got to think about our sweet voices while
you don't need
while
to
you
pass this on.
while you're balls deep.
You don't need to share this podcast.
In
you
it,
don't need
yeah.
to tell anyone. Oh, I heard it on TPL.
No. You just need to own it, man.
Just
Because this is what this show really does.
Your podcast is the new Barry White.
The new Barry White, all he does is just make you a better person. Let's get the fucking ball rolling, all right? Jesse,
All right.
Jesse, first episode. This is the pilot. Do you want to go first or should I go first?
Should we scissor paper rock?
You know what? That's probably fair. We should actually no. We have our artist here.
I mean, we compared dick length, but then I go first. You know.
Oh, right. Well, I mean, if we're doing girth, then I think I'm far ahead of you. By the way,
I'd lose soft. I would lose.
Hey,
soft.
go ask a woman what they prefer. By the way, if they prefer length or girth, I think they'll come around my way anytime, mate.
Actually, we need to bring that up. Really.
Oh, we need to
One
have
day.
we need to
Yeah.
have an actual
Length or
layman.
girth.
Yeah,
we need a layman.
We need a layman here to come in here and actually tell us.
I guess
the
that's
story.
the other thing too. We kind of need.
I mean, Sasha Grey is still available, right? Like, we can get her on the show at some point, right? Like, yeah. Well, I mean, she's kind of professional, but maybe not a layman.
I feel like it's been wrung out.
She's got a great ass as well, and yeah, she's kind
I
of
mean,
running
she's
it.
no offense to her, but she's been on a few podcasts. You know.
I thought you were about to say she's been on a few cocks, but yeah, you're right. Yes, that's correct. I reckon.
Yup.
You're a cunt. I reckon we leave it up to Tomo. Tomo, which one of us should go first?
In what? Sorry, I wasn't listening.
That's what we want. All right, Bert.
All right.
Please, you seem very excited about your topic. You told me it was about food.
Yes, it is about food, and food is one of my favorite things, and also one of the things that I'm very knowledgeable about. as
I'm
well.
honestly super excited because I'm a chef.
Oh, you should be.
I was a chef. I gave that profession up.
By the
I'm
way, we have.
very excited to hear about this food topic.
By the way, we do have to bring up the story of your prodigy chef friend, apprentice chef friend who did something very interesting one night. That's a great story. But okay,
he's done a few interesting things. Yeah.
If
Maybe
that's
we'll get our layman chef friend in one day.
yeah, maybe one day. Right,
Yeah.
he's not too far from us, is he? Our in undisclosed location in.
No shit, but the cunt has a knife and a fork and a spoon tattooed on his forearms. Silverware.
Oi,
tattooed on his
Oi,
forearms.
Gordon, take
Dude.
that cunt. If you don't have utensils on your fucking arm, then you ain't a real chef, alright? Michelin stars are
Yeah.
nothing, yeah, cunt?
Yeah, this
Alright.
tastes good, this tastes bad. The cunt has silverware tattooed on his arms. Anyway,
alright.
layman's
As your
reviews.
prerogative, as your prerogative, let me allow myself to go first.
All right,
See what I did there?
I'm in.
Alright. First topic of the podcast, Jesse. Cheese.
Yes, Bert. I'll have some.
I don't have any on me, you fuck. We're talking about cheese.
Oh, fuck yeah. Sick. Cool. Oh, it's food. Yeah. Cool.
Oh no, it's not food, is it? Oh, okay. I wasn't aware of this. All right, cheese.
This is where he goes into experiments and rats and.
Hey, you know what? You know what's the most experimented thing on earth, Jesse? It's
What?
fucking cheese.
Really?
It is. I'll tell you right now. I'll give you a very brief history on cheese, actually. All right.
Oh, shit.
A very brief history on chease. All right.
I'm gonna get out prepared.
Think about it this way. When do you think cheese was invented?
Actually, I know when cheese was invented. 1803.
Yeah.
Yep.
It-
It was accidentally.
You're lying because no one fucking knows, cunt.
It was accidentally invented by a farmer in Ireland.
And what did this farmer do?
Well, one of
How
his
did he
cows
procure this
died
cheese? Mm-hmm.
while it was being milked, and the person milking it died.
And
The
then
milk was on the ground, and it was naturally stood on by passers-by going in and out of the barn.
until
It started to curdle.
started to curdle.
Now, the owner of the farm walked up and went, "Oh, this is a bit strange." And, this guy goes up to, it's 1803. He went up to,
It's 1803.
cows and he would stick his finger in their ass and taste it and be like,
As all farmers do.
No, not pregnant. Oh, no, this cow's pregnant. I can taste it. And he went up and he went, well, what else? How else do I tell what this strange substance is? And he tasted it and he went,
This cow's vagina tastes like cheese.
cheese, man. And that's how it happened.
That's how it happened.
And then from there, they invented cheesecloth and anyway.
You know what, Jesse? I'll give you that one because no one knows, and it's all up to legend. And as far as I'm concerned, that's as realistic of a origin story for cheese as the ones I've looked up so far.
Yeah, man. I believe that. Hey, dude.
Okay.
How long have people been accidentally curdling cow milk?
Well, and this is the thing.
mean,
This is what legend
It's probably
says.
been a long time.
This is
bro.
what legend says, right?
Yeah.
So according to ancient records passed down through the centuries, the making of cheese dates back more than 4,000 years. right?
4,000 years.
About 2000 BC. It could be even more than that, by the way.
Jesus
Could be
Christ.
even more than that. Here's the thing, right? No one really knows who made the first cheese, right? But, according to legend, like I mentioned, it was made accidentally by an Arabian merchant. Who put his supply of milk into a pouch made from a sheep's stomach as he set out on a day's journey across the desert. The Rene in the lining of this pouch, combined with the heat of the sun, caused the milk to separate into curd and whey. That night, he found that the whey satisfied his thirst and the cheese, curd, had a delightful flavour which satisfied his hunger. So basically, this Arabian merchant has decided to drink or eat spoiled milk and has lived. And not only has he lived, he's also eaten and discovered cheese and discovered how delicious it was, right?
Delicious.
Yeah, apparently. I look, okay. You're okay.
Fucking like 4
look.
days into a horse ride and he's like, man, I'm super hungry.
around his
Oh no,
fucking fire, he's
my
just
milk is fucked. Like, I'll just eat this protein because I'm fucking probably going to fucking starve. Delicious. And
Delicious.
from there on, everyone decided to do it.
Everyone just decided to do it just from that point on, right? And it's insane because obviously cheese is a big part of our life, right? Everyone, as in cheese, at one point in their lives, if you don't eat cheese, you're genetically deficient. I'm talking about you lactose intolerant people. You're genetically deficient. I'm the best, and I don't have genetic deficiency when it comes to lactose. Okay, but
Yeah, I mean, there's a difference between diarrhea and lactose intolerance.
explain.
Well, if you get lactose intolerance, you're a bit of a pussy.
Right.
Explained.
And that's the Professional Layman's podcast, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
We can't. No. Yeah. All right. So this cunt is like, he's
look,
rolling
okay.
along.
Think about it this way.
His milk's fucked.
It's
He's like,
fucking.
"Oh,
it's
shit."
fucking 2000 BC. There's
BC.
this cunt running around in a fucking in a turban. Right. He's on his horse. He's pretty fucking hungry. Right. It's the middle. You know how cold deserts get. Right. So it's the middle of the night. It's fucking cold in the desert. Gets his milk pouch, right? Opens that shit up. It's just fucking it's powder and moist solid.
Do you know what's
right?
actually funny? Thinking, like, being in 2000 BC, thinking milk's not gonna fucking curdle on the trip.
Oh, and that's the thing, right?
Like, oh,
Imagine,
yeah, I'll just chuck it in this water skin, right?
and just see how we fucking go. Eh? Let's go through this desert with a fucking water skin
Hopefully,
of
me
milk.
milk doesn't run out by the time I get to the other side. Halfway through, the cunt is like solid and liquid.
Probably dealt with the shits.
Yeah, 100%. He probably got the shits afterwards. He's like shitting in a sand dune or something.
He probably kept it and tried to recreate it in the other water skin he had. or
and he's
something.
like, and then he gave other people the shits when he
Yeah.
fed them it. So everyone laughs, everyone wins. Here's the thing about cheese, right? Cheese, obviously, like I said, everyone's had it before. It's a big part of our diets. Except for you fucking lactose intolerant cunts, you're weak as shit, weak as piss. Go fuck yourselves.
It's a massive part of my diet, man.
Oh yeah, cheese is great.
Cheese is so good for you.
I don't think there's anything I love more in this world than just a good solid block of cheese where I can just fucking shave a bit off and just put it on a cracker and eat that cunt, right? It's great, right?
Yep.
In the US, currently, because obviously cheese is made from milk, more than 1/3 of all milk produced is used to manufacture cheese. In the world, about 60 to 70%, as an estimate, of cheese comes from cows. So cow's milk. Makes sense, right? But there's also quite a bit more different varieties of cheese out there, right?
Give us some more
Well, here's
varieties.
let me give you a rundown of just of 7 cheeses that you don't know about, right?
Dick cheese. I know about that one.
That's one of them. That's
know
one of
all
them.
about
But
it.
everyone knows about it, so I think you fail there. New recipes of cheese.
Okay, I want to talk. While we're talking about cheese, right? A colleague of mine.
Mm.
This guy is he's from another country,
Mm.
a Saudi country.
A Saudi country.
And the guy's like 50. Very, very smart.
Right.
You know, engineer.
Mm.
Also very just book smart.
Yeah.
IT smart.
Yeah.
One day I was asking him, what have you got there for lunch? And he goes, my wife, she packed me a little bit of little rice, and she packed me a little sushi, and I have some cheese pie.
Mm.
And I say,
Cheese pie?
well, cheese pie, I'd love to make that.
Right.
What is in it?
Oh shit. I
Cheese.
wonder what's in cheese pie. Yeah.
Yeah. So here I am at the shops buying
Pie of cheese.
No. He gave me a list. So he went home and he
gave you a list.
he gave me like the full recipe. He went and typed it up and printed it out
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
And I actually did want to make it because I was like, cheese pie sounds fucking epic.
Yeah.
Sounds like Skyrim. Sounds like the kind of shit that I'm into. I'm gonna eat cheese pie. Fuck yeah.
Hang on, can it sounds Skyrim.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, no, in Skyrim, it sounds like a Skyrim food, right?
Oh, I see what you
Yeah?
mean.
Like
Right.
cheese pie. Ugh. I've got
Right,
an arrow in my
right.
cheese pie.
Right, I see what you mean.
So,
Fuck you. Yeah.
so it's like 2 kilos of ricotta,
Mm.
some milk.
Fuck, it's just a whole bunch of
Just
ricotta.
basically
Yep.
just cheese and short crust pastry.
Yeah.
No, not short crust. The thin hell thin pastry. And
Oh, yeah.
what you do is you get melted butter,
Mm.
and he told me it's a traditional dish from his homeland. So you get melted butter.
Oh, you better not fuck this up, Jesse. By the way.
Right,
No.
right.
I bet you that's what his eyes told you when he
Oh,
was
yeah.
telling you this recipe. Is
I
just
didn't.
gonna make you-
I showed him a
It's
photo.
like, I will fucking perform an honor killing on you if you fuck this shit up, cunt. Alright?
I'm only gonna be honest here.
Mm.
I made it because I was intimidated.
Intimidated by the flavour?
You know, if a guy tells me, prints out how to make cheese pie, I'm gonna fucking
You
make
have
it.
to kind of listen to
Right.
him, right? I mean, someone who's
Well, I
being
mean,
that forceful with cheese, you got to do that shit, man.
So it's just a fuck. All in all, you get phyllo. That's the pastry. Phyllo
Phyllo.
pastry, butter. Phyllo pastry, butter.
Mm.
Phyllo pastry, butter. Like
Yeah.
just stack that shit. That's the bottom layer. Ricotta and some other shit. Layer 1.
Yeah.
Phyllo pastry, butter. You repeat this.
So it's
You
just
repeat
layers upon
this.
layers upon layers.
Cheese pastry, cheese pastry, cheese pastry.
So it's-
4
it's-
layers,
it-
5 layers of pastry.
So it's basically just a bunch of cheese-infused pastry.
What did I think cheese pie was fucking gonna be, dude? It sat in my fridge for a week and I ate it twice. And I made 2.5 kilos of cheese pie.
That's just a big quiche.
That's just
Yeah.
a big quiche.
But it's just cheese. Not gonna lie, but fucking delicious.
It's pretty good. Just
I
a
understand
little bit
why
rich.
it's a cultural food of his, because it's the kind of thing that could be divvied up between 40 people and it probably cost about like $6 if it was made traditionally on a farm.
So what you're saying is this man comes from a very poor background, and you didn't honor the tradition of sharing this with 40 people, this pie,
Right.
right?
Exactly.
So he is gonna sort an honor killing on you, basically, at this point.
I think we're on good terms.
Yeah, we on
Yeah.
good terms.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that's all right then. That's all right then.
Do you know the worst thing about the cheese pie?
Mm.
It got
What?
soggy. The pastry had so much butter in it. It got
At
soggy.
what point did it get soggy?
So I feel like it was crafted for people without fridges.
Right, that makes sense, right?
Right?
Yeah. I guess so. Yeah.
The condensation, the water,
Yeah.
Yeah. We all know how science works, right?
Science. Neil deGrasse does science.
Neil Smoke deGrasse Tyson. God damn it, Webby. Webby, please.
Do you want to hear about my 7 most bizarre types of cheese or not?
No, come on, man.
All right,
Yeah.
all right.
I'm
So-
keen as, dude.
All right. So first and foremost, Stilton cheese. So Stilton cheese is from the UK, But what they've done, and what makes this particularly bizarre, is that it's made out of gold. They actually put gold leaf into it. And it actually turns out to be about
Exactly the same as normal cheese.
You'd think so, because I don't think gold actually has a flavor. I think it's literally just one of those things where you're thinking to yourself, I'm such a fucking top cunt because I'm eating gold cheese right now. But I suppose that's what it's for, right? So it sells for about £608 a kilo, which is almost $1,000 US. So that's a bit of money. I mean, I'm sure that just comes from the gold. That's one version of a Stilton cheese from Britain, right?
So this is a true Stilton.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, not a true Stilton. It's a variant of their Stilton cheese.
Oh.
Right? Yes.
Okay.
The world's most expensive cheese is number 2 on our list. It's called Pule, and it's from Serbia, of all places. And the reason for its price is because it's made with fucking donkey milk. And donkey milk takes about 25 liters to make 1 kilogram of the cheese. So it's got a ratio of about 1 to 25.
What do they do with the breast? What do they do with the buttermilk?
I don't know. Shitty ass
They
donkey
just dump it out
buttermilk.
the fucking window of a 4-story building onto the passers-by. Holy shit!
Just goes in a bunch of like clotheslines, like.
It just gets quad 5th tuple filtered. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so it's quite white and crumbly, right? And the best thing about this cheese is that no other ingredient goes into it. It's literally just donkey's milk.
Just fucking
It's just a bunch of donkey's milk, right?
a bunch of donkey milk.
So,
Okay,
I'm
how
going.
many do you know how many donkeys it takes to make one?
Well, I imagine you could just.
efficiency. If you were going to
Okay,
make
efficiency wise. All right. Well, I mean, it really depends on how much a donkey can produce milk, right? I mean, what
how
is
much
that?
donkey milk can a donkey produce?
Well, I think a donkey it is not very milk productive, because it's one of those animals where it's like you can milk it from the teat, I'm pretty sure, but it's like
So
pretty
140
how you going.
donkeys,
let's just say 140 donkeys you need to
all
make
milk
this.
twice a day.
Yeah.
1 kilo.
And then you'll make a kilo. You'll make a kilo of this
Make a
fucking
kilo.
this stupid ass fucking $1,700 cheese a kilo thing.
Fuck, I want to taste it though.
I'm
That sounds
gonna try and pronounce this next one as best as I can. Epoises.
Oh yeah, no, that's exactly.
You know
that's
what?
perfect. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, is
No,
it
that's
actually?
exactly the one. Yeah.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
You're not pulling my third leg,
No,
are
no,
you?
no, no. That's exactly
well,
how you
thank you.
pronounce it.
Well,
nailed it.
I suppose you know what it is, then. It's the really fucking stinky cheese.
Yep,
Yeah.
the stinky one.
Yeah. So it was so stinky actually it was banned from public transportation because it was that fucking bad.
Yeah, they used to just walk it to businesses.
Yeah, yeah, and it
wheelbarrows.
was one of Napoleon's favorite cheeses. He loved that shit. I mean, I guess he had to make something really apparent, to compensate for how fucking short the cunt was. But he was
Well, he liked it so much he sat on it to make him taller when he was speaking to his slaves.
Yes, his slaves. Yes,
Well, he had slaves. He also
did have
an
slaves,
army,
yeah.
but he did have slaves too.
he had a slave army.
Yeah, and you know what? Those slaves weren't black.
Yeah.
They were white.
Yeah, take that SJWs. They
Yeah.
weren't black.
They were fucking white slaves.
And a little bit.
And they were
a little
taller
bit.
than him too.
Yeah. And a little bit African, but
A little black.
A little black, but
Just
yeah,
tight.
not
Just
too much.
tightly.
Yeah, so it's a very smelly runny cheese. If it smells too strongly of ammonia, then you know it's actually bad.
Yeah, because
But-
people have pissed in it.
That's right. Yes.
Because they used to.
And you shouldn't be eating cheese which someone's pissed into. I mean, that's just a rule of thumb, you don't have to be a retard to not do that. Anyway, but
Even
if
back then, they were like, yeah, someone pissed in this.
someone pissed in this shit, yeah. But if it smells like someone who hasn't showered in a week, then apparently that's good. That's what you want.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's apparently what you want. You want a strong BO smell from it. Yes. Hey.
A bat? Can you milk a bat?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's not milk that comes out; it's venom. But yes, you can milk a bat. Yes. See, that's how intelligent.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Tomo.
I just thought you might know that.
Yeah, I know. Well, I did, and I told you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yup.
Yep. Kazu Mazu is number 4. It's the cheese made with flying maggots. Did you know about this cheese?
No.
It's made with maggots.
Can
so
you please? What was that called again?
Kasu Mazu, if I'm saying that correctly, which I'm probably not. It comes from the Italian island of Sardinia, where it means rotten cheese, literally.
Dude, what?
Yeah, it's pretty how you're going.
So for your
so-
first topic, you just picked cheese.
Yes.
I
yes.
fucking love it, man.
Oh, dude, it's
That's
great.
Awesome.
Oh, it's great. Cheese is the
No.
best. Cheese is awesome, except
know
when
what?
it's
I
filled
have
with fucking
nothing-
maggots all the time. You know, like.
I have nothing but hope for this podcast. I honestly think we are gonna. I think we're gonna have a lot of Laymans behind us.
Well, I think we are the best, and we've already stipulated that so far. So the following will come. You know.
I just wanted to re-stipulate that we're the best.
Yes, and you know everyone should look into Operation Blackwoods. That was in JFK times, 1986 or 1987. Just look into that real quick. So
Yep.
so basically, yeah. So this maggot cheese, you start with a slab of local sheep cheese, but then you let it go beyond normal fermentation. Obviously, you let it get infected by the cheese fly, which is called Pyophilia casei, because I'm scientific, and it makes the final product very, very soft and liquidy, right? Liquidy, liquidy.
I love my cheese liquidy.
Oh fuck yes!
Oh
dude.
yeah, give me that liquid.
And you actually you are supposed to eat it while the larva is still alive on it. Some people apparently, some people apparently scrape it off, but people who eat it with the larvae on it, apparently they put their hand over top because when the larva is disturbed, it can jump 6 inches in the air.
Oh no, dude! What
So-
what era were they doing this?
Oh, this is now.
Wait, what?
This is now. They do this shit. You can go to the Italian island of Sardinia, and you can buy this cheese. Well, I suppose you could import it as well.
So
but
there's some dude in Sardinia that spent his whole life learning how to do this because his dad's dad did it.
And his dad's dad left a whole bunch of cheese out, got infected with maggots, and he had literally nothing else to eat.
And he had
Yes.
yes, dude.
Yes,
He
cunt.
had a warehouse full of this shit he had to sell to keep his family living. And he
peop-
was like, just knock the maggots off. That's how it's meant to
what?
be.
People were like, "Hey, this is pretty damn good."
And you're like,
and I'm
"Yup,
getting
I
some
did that
protein
on
as well.
purpose."
Yeah, I'm getting some
Yup.
protein as well. You know, like, and apparently it's safe to eat this like that as well, right?
Well, I mean, you can eat maggots,
You can eat maggots.
but there's no point. But you can.
You can if
Yeah.
you really wanted to.
So where maggots have been,
Yeah.
kind of a grey area, you know. Yeah.
So again, another fucked up name that I'm going to try and pronounce.
So we've got another chease coming at me already.
Another cheese coming at you already. Milben Kuss,
Milben
which is a
Kuss?
German cheese. It's made with mite excrement. So it's cheese made by allowing quark to sit amongst thousands of dust mites that transform. So a whole bunch of dust, basically. It's just you throw a bunch of dust onto it, and it turns the cheese, quote, into a highly desired delicacy. Because the mites excrete an enzyme that ripens the cheese. 1 month after the cheese turns to a yellowish color. After 3 months, it turns reddish brown. And after a year, it turns to a black lump, which is desirable to some aficionados, apparently. The flavor is characterized as being bitter, and apparently it has curative effects. People eat it to kind of deaden their reaction to house dust. Like, I'm allergic to dust,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Apparently, if I eat this cheese over long periods of time, it will cut that down, which
Well, I
kind
mean,
of makes sense,
Yeah,
right?
if you're eating dust, then yeah.
I guess so. Next time you get hay fever, fellow hay fever sufferers, just fucking go into the corner behind your chest of drawers or whatever. Just start railing all the dust you can, right? It'll be good for you. Just give it about 6 to 12 hours after your nose is ruptured from the hay fever, and you'll be sweet. You'll be immunized
you'll
for the
be
rest
a
of your life.
little bit more snotty.
Mm.
But I mean, that's the general idea, right? Just
Just rail the cunt.
yeah.
The next one, I gotta get a move on because we've got to get to yours as well.
Mine isn't going to be as long, so.
Oh well,
take your
okay,
time, son.
that's all right then. I feel a
Yeah,
lot better
that's
about
all right.
myself. The next one.
We don't have any like, you know, dependencies. We don't have any curfew. We can,
I might be dependent on meth, but you know.
apart from that. But
Apart
we
from
can talk about that another stage.
Yeah, it's quite. The next one I think everyone knows is halloumi. You know halloumi, right? It's fucking
love that shit,
awesome,
man.
right?
It's so
It's
good.
for anyone who doesn't
Squeaky
know.
cheese, boys.
Yeah. For anyone who
Squeaky
doesn't know,
cheese.
it's cheese that doesn't melt, so you can grill the cunt. It's fucking great on like a piece of bread or on a bagel or something. I was in New York once. The New Yorkers do a good bagel with halloumi.
They do. They really do.
They really fucking
Yeah.
do.
It
By the
is
way, bagels are
delicious.
underrated significantly. You go to New York, anyone goes to New York and gets a fucking bagel, yeah, you'll pay $20 for it, but it's fucking good.
Well, you
right?
pay $9. You know, like
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, just a very, very, very soft thing about halloumi.
Dude, you know what I love?
mm.
Halloumi, salmon, avocado, lemon, cracked pepper.
Dude, that's pretty fucking tits.
Yeah,
That sounds pretty fucking tits.
yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah. My dick is quarter chub right now. I feel like
so
I feel like I could
Finally,
turkey
man.
slap someone.
That's so good.
And the last one we got is Vierks Lille, which is the world's strongest cheese. It's a British cheese
You
called.
didn't tell me too much about halloumi though. Like, how do they?
Oh, everyone
you
knows
go
about.
into
Oh, wait, well, the only thing you need to know about halloumi is that it tastes fucking awesome and it doesn't melt. All right, it's from Cyprus. Okay, is it? Tomo doesn't like halloumi. Get the fuck out of my studio, Tomo, you cunt.
Oi,
No.
fuck off!
My house.
God damn it, Tomo! Don't tell the listeners.
He's renting out this place for $30 a week.
Shut up, man. Shut up.
Who cares if I have a beehive out the back? All right, you just got. I give you honey. All right, you calm the fuck down, mate. We usually get that shit from Argentina. All
I
right.
pissed in your beehive, so
Oh, well, okay. Now they're just gonna be pissed off at me next time I go to get honey. You can't. Fuck yeah.
I didn't mean to.
That's all right.
It was on the floor in the pissing spot.
Oh, well, I mean, okay. Well, that's just Tomo's fault. Tomo.
Tomo.
Come on. You put the beehive on.
Nah, no shit, but this guy looks amazing. He's got a fucking goblet full of red wine.
He's got a goblet full of red wine,
Ooh,
and
son.
he's wearing a ponytail, a pigtail hat with Peru written all over it.
I've been there.
I've never heard something so forcefully false before. Oh yeah, you want to know something else about halloumi? You can eat it with watermelon. There you go. That's your extra fact.
So
about
that's
halloumi.
all I got out of halloumi.
Yes, basically.
My
Yeah.
favorite
It-
cheese.
it-
You wouldn't even tell me.
It doesn't
where
melt.
it was.
It's made in Cyprus, and you can eat it with watermelon.
Where's Cyprus?
It doesn't melt.
Cyprus is in the Mediterranean. It's its closest neighbours are Turkey and Greece, and basically they got invaded in 1970 something. I can't remember off the top of my head, even though I'm incredibly intelligent. But yeah, they had a war and they fucking lost, which is why no one really talks about them anymore.
I'm quarter chub.
Thank
Your
you.
intelligence just then.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's
quarter
all.
chub.
That's all I really
Yeah.
want in this world.
Quarter chub gang.
Last thing, this fucking Vierks Lille. Yep, Teddington cheese. It's incredibly pungent. It's the world's strongest cheese.
What's it called?
Vierks Lille. I don't know. I don't know why. It means fucking. French words for British cheese, apparently. Like, I don't know why the British are naming shit after French, but fucking French words. But
Lay it on me. What does it taste like?
so apparently it tastes pungent. That it doesn't smell, but it tastes pungent.
Tastes pungent. Like schusstroffing.
It's got a very strong salty flavor, and it's also been referred to as stinking pickle. So take from that what you will.
Honestly, that's what cheese is, though. It's kind of like a
pickled
stinking-
milk.
Yeah,
A
a
pickled
pickled
milk.
milk.
Yeah, pickled
stinky
milk.
pickled
You're not
milk.
wrong,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah,
You know
it
what?
is pickled
But
milk.
I feel like cheese is the only food that smells like shit, stores like shit, is really hard to make, but tastes amazing.
Yeah.
Even if you get a fresh block of cheese, you're not going to put it up to your nose and be like, oh, that smells hell good. Like, oh, that cheese smells hell good.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah.
you're going to be like, cheese. Okay, I can't wait to
cheese.
put it in my mouth and see what it tastes like.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
It's kind of actually, you know what?
because
Mushrooms
it
might
offends
be similar.
it offends all the senses
Yeah.
except for one, which
The
it pleasures immeasurably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And deep.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Mm.
Also another thing I want to talk about, because I stumbled upon this, is that the European Union actually has what's called a protected designation of origin, a PDO. Do you know what that is?
A
Protected designation of origin. Basically,
Yeah.
what it is, the European
Yeah.
Union has this system, right, where they look at certain foods or certain products produced in Europe, right? And if it's got enough of a connotation to, you know, the land where it's made or the people who make it and all that sort of stuff, the European Union, as a governing body, dictates that certain things can only be made in those places. So, for example, when you're looking at something like...
Now, is this a quality control, perspective? Or, you know, where's it coming from?
No, it's coming from a bunch of bureaucrats in Europe.
No, but
so it's a bunch of bullshit,
what is the
basically.
purpose for this, though?
So the purpose for this is to keep the
Industries separated.
yeah, basically,
By-
because you have things like I mentioned before. What was it? The Stilton cheese.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Stilton cheese is only made in certain parts of Britain, right? Ironically enough, it's not actually made in Stilton Village because they're not allowed to make it. Because the European Union tells them they're not allowed to make it.
Yeah, but I bet you they still fucking make
No,
it.
they still make it. They just call it
Yeah,
something else.
That shit's
Because
fucking
because
moonshine.
take this as a lesson, ladies and gentlemen. The government can tell you to do something, but you can fuck them in the ass and tell them that you're obeying their orders anyway.
Yeah.
Because they make the cheese probably, but
And
they just
unless
don't.
you make money
They
on
just
it,
don't call it Stilton cheese, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as you make money, it's all good,
If
right?
you don't make money on it, you're not going to get caught.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's all they give a shit about.
Do you know what else is protected under protected designation of origin? Wensleydale grommet. Wensleydale.
Wensleydale.
Did you ever watch Wallace and Gromit?
Wensleydale.
Wensleydale grommet.
Wensleydale.
Some cheese and crackers. Wensleydale, yes.
Grommet.
Grommet.
Wensleydale.
Wensleydale.
Wensleydale. Grommet.
Wensleydale. Anyway.
Yup.
Anyone who's ever considered even listening past this first episode has decided not to about this.
Dude, I would listen to this shit all day. Like,
Yeah, I know you would because
we're
you're
so
an intelligent
fucking
person.
Intelligent.
I know, right? We're the best, and we're definitely not better people than everyone. But yeah, so Wensleydale
We try a bit
is one of
harder,
those.
you know.
We do try a bit
Yeah.
harder.
Than the average. You know.
And just to end this, just a few of the animals that you can actually make milk from.
All right. Every animal?
No,
Okay.
because here's the thing. There's a
Because
lot.
there's a lot of them.
Well, no, there's a lot of animals that don't have milk. Birds don't produce milk. Yeah, you can milk a bat, but only its venom. Yeah, that's right. You can milk a snake, but only its venom.
I mean, we don't really want to get into the definition of milk, so we're going to go with.
We'll save that for the milk episode.
Right. Yeah.
So some animals that include, you know, milk that can be produced for cheese. So milk that can be turned into cheese, because you need a certain amount of protein content in a cheese to actually make it cheese, right?
Can you make jizz cheese? That's the question
Yes.
on everyone's mind.
Yes, you can.
Beautiful.
Yes, because as we all know, if you just get it, just get a bit in your hand and rub it around, there's your cheese right there. You fucking disgusting fucks.
No, an edible. I mean, we're talking. Okay, so what was it? There was a type of cheese, the donkey cheese, right?
Yeah, donkey cheese. Yeah,
Took a lot
Yeah.
of donkey milk.
that's right. Yeah.
So let's hypothesize right here.
Mm.
Educated hypothesize, right?
Yeah.
Educated hypothecary.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
How much jizz are we talking for 250 grams?
I reckon. Okay, so what is it? It's about. Don't ask me where I read this from or how I know it so clearly, but you usually ejaculate 1 to 2 teaspoons of jizz every time you come, right? So,
Okay, I need to.
so you can level out
Need
the metric versus imperial measurements here, and if I had to guess off the top of my head using an apothecary, and a sarged apothecariness, it would be somewhere in the realm of 852 ejaculations to make 250 grams of cum cheese. Tomo's looking at us with this face. He's like, this was a bad idea, right?
He wishes he wasn't here.
Bad
This cunt's
idea.
just an artist. He
Why
doesn't
am I
wanna be in this
doing?
room. He's
Why am
like,
I
"What
doing
the
art for
fuck
these
is
fucking
this?"
losers?
He was very enthusiastic, and now he's not. He's not enthusiastic
His smile
at
and
all.
enthusiasm
Yeah.
is indeed gone.
Dude, I can tell he's ready to
But
leave.
you're asking the questions I often think about at night. So
Hey, that's it. This is what the show's about.
Exactly.
It's to let you, the viewer, who's incredibly unintelligent, become more intelligent from people who are far worse in character than you.
Man, that's a lot of ejaculation.
It's quite a lot of it. Oh, yeah, no. Well, okay. Just think about the guy who came in the My Little, the Rainbow Dash pony jar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, so for
Hey,
anyone
it's
who
it's
hasn't
achievable
seen it,
if you have
we
enough
should give him a
vision.
quick rundown.
There's a
I
YouTuber
mean-
called Justin Wang. He does a fucking tits video on
Yeah,
it. It's
dude,
awesome.
It's beautiful. Look
It's
it up.
awesome.
It's science.
It is science to the layman degree. It really is.
It's Neil deGrasse science.
Correct. With just the right amount of creamy arrogance involved. Let me just
so creamy.
I'm going to end it on this, and then we're going to
Alright.
get to your thing
Yep,
because we've
yep,
spent
yep.
way too long on this.
No, we don't have a time. It's okay.
well,
The people are listening, and they are ready to receive the information that we have to bestow upon.
yeah,
them.
but it's on average. A man gets an erection every 40 to 1 hour and 20 minutes. So at one point or another, you're gonna have to want to jack off. I mean, I know you want to, especially as you're listening to my sultry, attractive voice right now. Yes, you are. But
Jack off.
yeah. Anyway, types of. This is a train wreck.
This is not a train wreck. This is beautiful. This is our pilot, son. This is our pilot.
Son.
Yeah.
Get that
You know,
crack in there.
You know what? We're going to attract a heap of viewers that need some information.
That's
some
correct.
misinformation and some real information.
That's correct. Oh, there's a lot of misinformation. We're just giving you a more palatable.
And in this
form of
day and age, what is
misinformation,
more
right?
valuable? Information or misinformation? Honestly,
Fake news.
we don't know.
Fake news. Everything about fake news is the best. That's another thing I'm going to bring in at one point. Water buffalo, goat,
God.
sheep, camel, donkey, horse, reindeer, and yak. They're the animals you can make cheese from. All right. The first four respectively produced about 11%, 2%, 1.4, and 0.2 of all milk worldwide in 2011. Here's the interesting
That's
part.
very respectable.
You know-
that's
you-
a respectable.
You know
figure.
what? Like we were talking about before, most animals you can get milk from. But in terms of cheese, you know what's the most interesting one? You make it from pigs. You make pig cheese. You
Out of
know
their
that?
skin.
But the thing is because they don't have udders, they got teats, right? You have to kind of suck them out. You have to put them up to one of them machines that just fucking
So somewhere in
just takes them.
Alabama,
There's a guy
girl
or a girl
in a barn
milking a pig
with a mouth. Yep.
and spitting it out into the cheese bucket.
Do you want to know the best thing about that scenario though? She's also chewing tobacco,
And she's really hot as
and
well.
she's pregnant.
And she's pregnant with her cousin's baby as well.
Oh, Jimmy Sam Jam Bob, God damn it!
Mind you, this pig cheese is insane. It's far more than
Okay.
25 donkeys producing milk for a solid day or so. But
How expensive? Do you know how expensive?
I
the
actually
pig cheese
don't
is?
because
Can we
so-
quickly
so-
have a little peruse and see if we can find out?
We're not allowed to
roughly-
use Google, Jesse.
Oh man, I just
We're not
want
allowed
to.
to use Google
Oh,
because
man.
Google is the tool of the fucking Illuminati.
No, I was going to
man.
use
You're a
Yahoo.
Wait, duck, go, bro.
Duck, go. Yeah, man. Duck, go, bro.
All right, that's my thing, Jesse.
All right, well,
Cheese.
you deserve a swig after that, sir.
No,
son.
thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, this is Tomo's. I ain't stealing any of Tomo.
Ah,
Gimme.
you
All right.
deserve a swig after that, sir. Son.
Thank you. That is my Morgan.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Jesse, what's your thing?
What's my thing?
Apart from those beautiful glacier eyes that you have, what is your thing?
Well, a lot more people are getting into Bitcoin these days.
I know exactly where this is going. Come on, then.
I mean, come on. It's. I wanted to go for something a little bit more relevant.
Sure. I mean, Bitcoin's relevant. It's been very relevant in the past week, actually.
Yeah. Well, do you know what I'm about to...
No. I literally have no... I just know it's about Bitcoin. So
Yeah. It's about Bitcoin and Twitter. So
Right, okay.
just yesterday, and what's today, the 17th or 18th?
Mind you, that's one of my news segments you just told from me. But anyway, let's go.
What, just yesterday? Just yesterday, I jerked off for 3 hours and didn't come, and then smoked
748 ejaculations, making 250 grams of cum cheese. We need to get Webby. We need to get Webby.
48 ejaculations. Dude. I mean, I want to know, I want to quantify how many jars that
I
takes.
just did.
Like,
It's
no, jars, that's ejaculations.
well, a jar is what 550 mil, and 2
Okay.
teaspoons is like what 3.5 mil or something like that. You can do the math. You're a computer programmer. Come on, Jesse.
That's
fuck it.
78,
Fuck
that's
it,
78 jars every 2 weeks.
Tell
That
me
is
about
78
Bitcoin.
Mason jars
Mason
every 2
jars.
weeks.
Okay, Mason
Yeah.
jars. We're talking about
And we're talking
empirical
about
shit right here.
Costco Mason jars.
Mm.
$3.80 a jar. A hacker by the name of Kirk recently liberated some of the top verified Twitter accounts of their primary email addresses.
Is that what his name was? Kirk.
Should I try again? A hacker by the name of Kirk
Mm.
recently liberated some of the top verified Twitter accounts of their primary email addresses. He then used their platform to run a Bitcoin scam and managed to earn roughly $100,000 in half an hour.
It's so funny. I don't want to steal your thunder, but my favorite part of that, the whole Twitter hack, is just that out of everyone, Donald Trump did not get hacked.
Well, yeah.
No, well, okay, I didn't
And
say.
I feel like there's a reason for that, right?
Well, I feel
So
like
for
there's-
anyone who doesn't
okay,
know,
go on,
there
go
was a
on.
massive Twitter hack. This guy, his name is Kirk. He basically got hold of an admin tool that Twitter uses and decided, hey, I'm just going to post on all these top level Twitter accounts.
Mm.
Please send Bitcoin to this address and I'll double it. So,
Simple enough.
I guess it's not how I'd planned it, but we'll jump straight to the people affected because I think that is kind of the funniest shit. So
funny.
I'm going to go backwards because I listed them. So we got Michael Bloomberg,
Yep.
Triple X Tentacle. By the way, anyone who doesn't know, any layman's out there who don't quite know, the cunt's dead.
Yes.
Barack
Yes.
Obama, a bit of Floyd Mayweather,
Bit of Floyd Mayweather.
Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast, yeah, he got fucking done as well.
And by the way, Mr. Beast is the one that earned the highest amount of money.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because that's
Because
you're talking about the guy who gets a bunch of fucking kids to donate trees to him, okay?
Right.
Yes.
So
It was obvious.
that one was a winner.
That one was
we
a
got
winner.
Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah.
We got Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
We got
Kardashian.
Kanye West. And we got Warren Buffett. We got Bill
Fucking Warren
Gates.
Buffett
We
got
got
done as
Jeff
well.
Bezos.
Yep,
And we
Bezos
got
done.
your favorite,
Yep.
Joe Biden.
Old
Yup.
Joe, old creepy Joe got done, man, and it was so funny
Oh, man.
because have you heard of the Babylon Bee? It's like the Onion.
Yep.
It's a very similar satirical news site. They're actually really fucking good. But the Babylon Bee put out a post saying a news headline saying Joe Biden makes most cognitive tweet of 2020, and it's the scam tweet.
Most cognitive. And the sad thing about that is it's probably accurate.
Yes,
right?
dude.
I mean,
Yes.
come on, dude.
Yes, dude.
Dude.
Yeah. By the way, yeah,
That's the funniest
like I
shit.
said before, Donald Trump didn't, but Barack Obama did, and Joe Biden did. So there you go.
So the first people to clue onto it
Mm.
were a cryptocurrency agency by the name of Gemini,
Yeah.
and or an exchange. Yeah.
Mm.
So their tweet was warning At Gemini's Twitter account, along with a number of other cryptocurrency Twitter accounts, have been hacked. This has resulted in at Gemini, at Coinbase, at Binance, and at CoinDesk tweeting about scam partnership with Crypto for Health. Do not click the link. These tweets are scams. Winklevoss also tweeted, also noting that Gemini had two-factor authentication.
Yeah, they had 2FA.
So, basically, they were just like, yeah, our authentication is off the charts. I don't know how someone got this, got these details, you know.
And I don't want it, because you've obviously done your research on this, but I don't want to take over. But
no, feel free, son.
But
feel free.
The one thing I wanted to say is
we're both layman's here.
What came out of this was there were screenshots, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was the hacker himself that did the screenshots and released them, and he was taking screenshots of the admin privileges, and in the admin privileges for each account that you could view as an admin on Twitter, there was buttons such as shadow ban. It wasn't called shadow ban, but it was called bounce. And
yeah,
and it was there was another one called, like, there was a bunch of tags that were listed to different people that were like problematic or other shit like compromised or shit like that. And it was like, you know, these are people who are quite opinionated people who happen to disagree with the current consensus on,
but
the
the actual interesting thing about those, they're all AI generated. Like
who's
all
that?
those tags that are on those.
Oh
accounts
yeah,
are
that's,
AI generated.
yeah, that's completely right. Yeah,
they are complete machine learning. You know, algorithm, neural net. You know, that there's no one has the authority to go on someone's account and say, hey, this guy, we have to look out for him. It's all the neural net.
Yeah.
So, the businesses, that were affected were Apple, Uber, Coinbase, CoinDesk, Binance, Tron Foundation, and KU Coin.
Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's absolutely hilarious that the biggest platform, you know, I mean, the platform was based on an SMS. That's how they came up with the idea. They realized that an SMS is a really good way of key information.
Is that how Twitter was started?
Yeah.
So old Jack Dorsey was like...
Jack Dorsey,
yeah.
And 3 other partners were all like, hey, we can really profit off of this, you know. We'll just... we'll publicize texts, you know, like... and... It's amazing that it's become such a big, like, it's you know, it's amazing that it's become such a big platform.
Think about it this way, right? I'm not sure
instead of texting your friend, you're texting the world.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and that was the central idea, right? Is like you can text your people who follow you, and it's public, and it's like it's there. And
in something I read, it said that Jack Dorsey originally stated that it's along the lines of, you know, how people wrote the Bible and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay, Jack.
Right.
Right.
I mean, he's a genius, Jack. But
hey man, he runs Sprint as well. Like the guy's an entrepreneur for. You know,
well,
for
Square.
Sure.
He also runs Square.
Is it Sprint or Square?
No,
it's Square. I don't think it's Sprint.
Yeah. So Square is if anyone's ever been to a really shitty like Sunday, you know, gathering swap meet kind of thing, and someone has one of those little pucks that you can pay pass on, that's Square.
Right. Okay.
You know,
I see. Yeah.
Yeah. The hardware, the software behind it, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, so.
Well, there's one thing, I don't know if you're going to get onto this and tell me if you are, but one thing that I noticed out of this Twitter hack, right, was, again, we were talking about all the admin tools,
yes.
Right? And it's funny because let's think about old Mr. Trump, right? Let's think about Orange Man, right? Orange Man, President of the United States, uses his Twitter a lot, right? Says a lot of things that people don't like, and people at this point are quite used to him to being, you know, a bit abrasive. I myself love the man because he's probably the funniest person that's ever lived.
He might be. Yeah.
He's definitely in contention with it. But the problem is here, and this is a problem, is because just from these hacks, we've found out that a level 2 employee at Twitter could literally hijack Donald Trump's account and tweet something from it. Because they have that ability to do that.
And that is 100% correct.
Yeah.
We're jumping to the end game here, but yes.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you need it.
must
Yeah, I'm
have-
sorry. I'm
No,
sorry.
Don't be sorry. It must have been an internal thing.
Yes, and
Someone
100%.
must have taken that
100.
and-
Oh yeah, 100%. I think someone has gone. Someone at Twitter's been like, you know what? Fuck this shit.
Well, if
And-
you
and-
want to know something interesting, right?
Yeah.
So you're mentioning, okay, sure. It was done internally. Something interesting is it was performed on the 14th anniversary of Twitter's official debut.
Oh really?
So if you look online, the official debut, I think it's like early March, but that's actually the first time that Twitter, that a tweet was tweeted. Jack Dorsey's first tweet.
Right. Okay.
The actual original public, the hack was performed on the 14th anniversary of Twitter's official debut.
So literally 14 years ago.
Yeah.
That like Titter. That's what it
Titter.
should be called. Twitter was.
Titter. 06 son.
That sounds like something you'd see on the porn sites, like a Twitter for big titted women or some
Yeah.
shit. Like you'd see that. Like
There's
Titter.
MILFs in your area. They're all on Titter. There's 400,000 of them.
Legit accounts.
All you have to do is
400,000.
sign up.
And give your credit card, but no charge will be applied.
We
by the
won't
way,
charge you.
we're in charge. You're just gonna give it to us, yeah.
But honestly, I mean, okay, so apparently it's debated whether the official Twitter release was, a bit earlier, a bit
But-
later.
Is it based on the first tweet or when it came online though?
It's based on when it was publicly announced and available.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So the first tweet was way before that by Jack Dorsey. But I have another point for you that I found really interesting, and I kind of wanted to see, what you thought about it. And honestly, originally, I was going to kind of do, I was kind of going to investigate this rather than that, So Jack Dorsey
Yeah.
just announced, you're going to love this, man.
Yeah.
He's going to donate $3 million towards UBI research.
Universal basic income.
Correct.
Right.
This happened very closely to the hack.
Really?
Yeah. And when we say
Oh,
hack,
that
I
tickles
feel like
my-
it's loose. I
That-
feel like...
That fucking marinates my macadamias a bit.
Yeah. So what do you think of that?
That's pretty interesting. I mean, the fact that if he's actually it's gone beyond the pale of, hey, I support a UBI idea. It's gone beyond, let's actually make some infrastructure that could support a future implementation of UBI, right?
Right.
So,
But
I mean,
also,
a lot of
are we-
people are against the idea of UBI.
Yeah. I mean...
And it makes sense actually because Bitcoin as a currency is really highly thought upon by very libertarian people, and
Let's say-
libertarians hate the idea of UBI because they might as well they think it might as well be just permanent welfare.
Well, it is.
Well, there's a very there's a
No,
very
we're not getting into UBI right now. We're talking about
that'll be a
one
future
topic,
that'll be a
okay?
future thing we talk
UBI
about.
is a whole nother mountain. to
Yes,
tackle.
yeah, that's a big mountain. Yeah.
I mean, but we're thinking about it, right?
Right
So
in Andrew Yang 2020. Yeah.
my, 3-point Andrew Yang,
Yeah. Well, okay, so
Andrew Yin Yang,
Yang
Gang,
Gang represent.
slang.
I should have got
Do
my I should have got my pink hat while it was available still.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was for UBI. He's setting up some kind of foundation.
So very recently he said, "I'm going to distribute $3 million, not billion, dollars to the UBI research."
Mm.
we've got the first tweet shortly before. We've got 14th anniversary on the 21st of March 2006. All these things correlating, and people saying that it's a hack. But realistically, it was an admin tool that was used. And I know internet security. And I know there's no white hats out there that are going to be able to backdoor Twitter. Not even a white hat.
No,
to do that.
Well, there's a word for it, right? Which I think you might know. It's called social. Thank you, Tomo. It's called social. Not engineering.
Distancing.
No. That's how Twitter was hacked, everyone.
Right?
It was social distancing. Yep. No. It's like social. Social. What's the word for when you can't? You know, when you interrupt something, like something important. I don't know. Like there's a word for it. There's the type of hack it was like a social weakness, right? Which basically just means
that was exploited.
Yeah, a social weakness that was exploited, which literally just means we either got someone to give us access or we took access from someone involuntarily.
I mean, I guess realistically, to give anyone listening some information, all the scams kind of went along the lines of, hey, you know, I've got some Bitcoin. If you send me $1,000, I'll give you 2,000 back.
Give that double.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the whole idea obviously behind it was to get money, but it's really interesting because when you think about the motives of this person, it was pretty much financially motivated, right? Yeah, well, that's what it seems out on the inside. It's like what I was saying about the fact that literally any level 2 Twitter employee could go on Donald Trump's Twitter and tweet to Xi Jinping of China and be like, hey, cunt, I want to start a war. There's a nuke en route to Beijing right now.
Well, what I found was really interesting is that they didn't fuck with Trump. And that's what a lot
at
of the
all.
comments
They
were.
didn't even put the hoax thing on his account,
exactly.
like at all.
And I mean, why would you? If you want to make $100,000 in half an hour, why involve the president? Because that's a sure way to the FBI. By the way,
that's a
the
good point.
FBI
That's actually a really
did
good
release
point.
A statement.
That's actually a really good point because I was about to start going on about, you know, there might be a conspiracy theory about how, you know, because Trump really doesn't like Twitter, even though he uses it as his mouthpiece, basically. But he really doesn't like Twitter because it always bans or shadow bans or censors his conservative friends, right?
And also, there was a way, you know, a weird way Twitter kind of admitted that they have shadow banning, and then they kind of covered it up.
That woman that was on, again, mentioning Joe Rogan, yes, because this is a debut of a podcast.
I guess we should really call him Rojogan.
Rojogan. Sorry, copyright.
By his real name.
Yeah. By his real name, Rojogan. Cod Rojogan. Snap. Got you there, big boy. No, but the idea that Twitter is, you know, somehow antagonistic to Trump, a lot of people are thinking right now that Trump was behind this, right? Mm-hmm. Because two things were accomplished by it. The first one was that there was a glaring weakness in the security of Twitter, not because of any algorithmic or, you know,
it's not a security
or weakness. Yeah,
is
there's no security weakness in there. It was literally some guy either gave his privileges to this hacker or got it taken from him forcibly.
Had it bought.
Or had it bought. Yeah, that's a good point. That could be another one as well. And I know because Twitter, I've been on Twitter for about a year now, and holy shit, I love it because it is just a fucking cesspool. It's an absolute cesspool of just people. Hey, we've been spending this whole episode talking about how intelligent we are. These people on Twitter,
There's so many intelligent people.
If you have a blue check mark, I mean, you might as well have 180 IQ. I mean, you are the smartest person on earth, and you share that title with about, you know, however many other thousands of people have blue check marks. But the idea obviously is that Trump could have been behind this. But you make a really good point because you said the FBI would be straight onto that shit.
Well, they did release a statement.
What did they say in the statement?
Give me 20 minutes. This is just for Webby.
Just for Webby. You're all good, Web.
Actually, but no idea.
That's alright, we can just fucking fob it off.
No, they did say something. I feel like it was in here.
We should have gone and just been like, oh, this is what the FBI said.
Dude, honestly, like, research has never been my strong point.
Wait, don't worry about it. Wait, fob it. Just literally go, this is what the FBI said, and just make up something. Because that's what we do.
It's not in here.
Nah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Rip.
Rip in pieces.
I'm a bad podcaster.
Nah, you know what I think we should do next time is
No, we need to keep going. We need to push
Oh yeah,
through
no,
this.
we're gonna keep going. This is just shit we're gonna cut out.
How do we push through it?
Alright, well we'll just push through it then.
I feel so bad.
Why?
I tried hard.
That's alright, don't fucking worry about it, cunt. Alright, well, I mean Twitter, amongst other things, I mean you took away my
Alright,
first
so
my
I guess I'll read Twitter's statement here.
Yeah, go on.
And I mean we'll just give some cold hard facts.
Just
to the
because
people that
that's all
wanna know.
Twitter ever gives us is just cold hard fucking
Now-
facts, yeah.
What I want to know from you is what kind of layman would you like me to read these Twitter statements as?
Bert Kreischer.
No. Listen. Our investigation is still ongoing, but here's what we know so far. No. Listen, Tom. We detected what we believe to be a coordinated social engineering attack by people who successfully targeted some of our employees with access.
is fat.
We can't use any of that. Although we can use it now, I've said we can't, so that kind of meta, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we can't use it.
not really.
No, not really.
We can close this. Just go to news, if you want.
Let's just cut my whole bit out.
No. It was good. It was good. It was actually good until you started to stumble a bit.
Yeah, and I just can't get back on it.
That's all right. All right, we'll go to news then. All right.
All right.
Yeah, we'll go to news.
It's such a good subject, but I fucked it.
No, we'll end it off like this, right?
All right, we'll end it from here.
We'll end it off like from this point right here, Webby. 3, 2, 1. So when people think about what Donald Trump of his many faults that they perceive him
I
having.
mean, why did this become about Trump?
No, because everything's about Trump. It's 2020, Jesse. Everything is about fucking Donald Trump. They can't stop fucking jerking off to the idea that he might get lynched one day, right? Honestly, these people want him hanging from a tree, and they will believe anything that they want to believe. The thing with it is that if Twitter ends up being, the catalyst for the oncoming race war, I mean, for one, I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest with you. But for two, I mean, wouldn't it be insane that, people 30 or 40 years ago, they would have thought about like, hey man, the internet is pretty cool, eh? But what if it actually caused the Second American Civil War? I wonder about that.
I think a better question is what could cause it besides the internet at this current time?
That's an amazing point because what
there
literally
anything
could.
else?
I
Right.
mean, I reckon fucking what's his name? Fucking old Putin, or as my father refers to him as Poutine. if he went up to Trump and
Because he's
just
delicious
just-
and nutritious.
just gave him a little gentle caressing of the face, right? And just like, I'm gonna fuck you so hard if we ever get into a war. Just so you know that. That would be less of a war instigation than something happening on Twitter, because Twitter at this point is just it's in charge of too much. It really is. Too many people who have power in the world use it, and it's one of those things where what's the character limit at, like 230? You're only allowed 230 characters
140?
or something like that,
Yeah.
right?
It's meant to be a text. Right?
We'll cut the in between and go 180, because that's half of whatever that was,
I'm pretty
right?
sure it's 140.
Yeah, no, that's cool. But yeah, so
I'm probably so wrong.
no, but yeah, that's literally how many characters in a tweet you can send. How are you supposed to condense an idea into 140 characters? You can't.
Nah.
No, you
But
can't.
you can condense a war into 140 characters. You can say, hey, fuck you, Japan. And then Japan's like, hey, fuck you. And then you're like, hey, that's not cool. And then they're like, don't worry about it. We're cool with it.
And then China chimes in and is like, experience our amazing tourist industry.
Yeah.
We have many restaurants with many varieties of different cuisines.
They're like,
that
hey,
you're
you
not
ever
used
heard
to."
of a teppanyaki? Well, that's not from here, but we still do it.
We still do it because we're fucking
Yeah.
Chinese.
And then they're like, hey, we also released COVID. You ever heard of that?
Have you ever heard of something called COVID-19 before?
Well, now we've got the COVID eel that you can.
Yeah, okay, you know what pisses me off the most about COVID, and that's something we will never get onto because everyone's sick of fucking talking about it.
I shouldn't have brought it up.
You shouldn't have, Jesse. But it gives me a good segue into our new segment. Cue music that we haven't developed yet. That's going to go into this part. Yes, quite. Yes. TPL News.
TPL
You know what COVID has distracted us from?
What?
Fucking Epstein. And I know what you're thinking.
Well, it hasn't distracted me, Bert.
No, it
has
shouldn't.
not distracted me.
It shouldn't, because everyone. Look, here's the thing. When fucking Epstein first got done, well, this year or last year, whatever it was, when he got done, everyone was committed to not letting this fade from memory, right? And now it's faded from memory.
Well,
Until we got old Ghislaine Maxwell arrested by the FBI earlier this
Did she
week.
get a little bit of prison time?
Oh, well, not yet.
Aw.
Not yet. The headline from me today is Ghislaine Maxwell denied bail in Epstein sex trafficking case. And it's accompanied by a very, very unflattering court portrait of her.
Do you want to know? I am honestly surprised that she got denied bail.
Why? You don't think she'd fuck off somewhere?
Well, she would, but I'm surprised she got denied bail.
Oh, actually, yeah. You know what? That's,
I really am.
That's a really good
I'm
point.
honestly
You know what? I
stoked about it.
I honestly think there might be someone behind the scenes here that's doing this, because here's the thing, right? Ghislaine Maxwell was scheduled to be transferred to the same New York prison that Epstein died in, right?
And
Now, you know what her lawyers have done? Her lawyers have been like, no, if she gets put there, she'll get COVID. They fucking know, man. They fucking know. At some point or another, she sat down with them and cried her eyes out and been like, if I get put there, I'm going to fucking die, you cunts. Stop it from happening. And here's the thing. It's like everyone has got their chips down at the moment, yet she's going to get fucking killed, right? Or sorry, excuse me. She's going to commit suicide by fucking, I don't know, sewing needles falling into her eyes from the ceiling or some stupid shit like that.
No,
I mean,
what's going to happen is she's going to be getting out of bed and she's going to trip. And she's going to smash her face on the wall and be found unconscious.
that's right.
Yeah.
And then she's going to die of complications during the hospital trip.
And then they're going to take her to
ambulance.
hospital and there was complications.
There's going to be complications, of course.
And unfortunately, the only person that could give us some real evidence towards this crazy case, which US president is involved in, / every other famous person on this earth. And she's just going to perish and all the information's going to go with her and it's going to be very unfortunate.
Oh, you know what's going to happen? She's going to commit seppuku, right?
Yep.
And then COVID-20 is going to come out.
And then
we're going to get distracted from that shit all over again.
Imagine if they just started calling COVID by the year. So it was like
Yeah,
COVID-20,
this is
then
COVID-20 right now.
COVID-20, COVID-20,
This is the bullshit coming from China in this current year, yeah.
Oh, I mean, apparently, you know what's really funny? They just said they found traces or they found people that were dying of the plague, right?
Yeah.
So the plague has been around ever since the plague was around.
Yeah.
And now we're hearing about it again.
Yeah.
But people die of the plague
All the time.
It's just a flu now.
Wait, that's just the plague.
Do you know what kills the plague?
What?
Penicillin.
And blowjobs.
Proven. Bert 2020.
You know what?
Blowjobs kill.
Oh no, flat out. I seen this somewhere, man. Like today, I was looking through Twitter. I saw it was like semen in the throat kills COVID coronavirus. Apparently. Apparently.
Look, I want to read you a couple of headlines right here.
All right, yeah, sure.
I'm going to rapid fire you a
Can
couple.
I just cap this off by saying that
Okay.
when the FBI went to arrest her, they saw her through a window, and she apparently refused to open the door and then ran to a closet in the back of the house.
And they searched the closet?
And they happened to find her.
Oh.
Here's the thing, Jesse. How do we not know that in those moments she went into the closet and then swapped herself with a body double, and now that's the person that's actually
I
in custody?
actually think she may have gotten her hard drive and inserted it in her vagina and dissolved it.
Because her vaginal juices are just that acidic.
Well, she knew.
I mean,
She was
Virginia
preparing for
Joffrey
been-
knows this.
She'd been taking tablets for quite some time.
I'm sorry,
just
Virginia.
for this. Look,
Yeah,
this
look.
is an Australian podcast, okay?
This is Australian part. No one gives a shit about
I got
this.
something for you, Gab.
Okay,
I
go on,
know you're
go on.
gonna love this, right?
I love everything.
Now, I'm
especially
just
when
coming
I'm
out
on
with
mushroom.
this one is from Adelaide Now.
Okay, here we go.
And Adelaide is a place in Australia for those of you who aren't very professional.
Definitely not many drugs there at all.
I still
Definitely
love
not.
sharks, says woman attacked off far north Queensland.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean,
good.
I mean, this is it. Okay, you know what sharks are to America? If there's any Americans that ever listen to this in the future, let me just tell you what sharks are.
Big spiders.
No, they're fucking pit bulls. They're Australian versions of pit bulls. We all love sharks, okay? We really love sharks here in Australia, but they just fucking kill us all the time.
But when your mate's got one, it's like, man, really?
Can you at least put it on a leash? Come on.
Fuck! It's jumping all over me.
just hear Tomo, he's just like, Deralia.
Yeah, love sharks.
Yeah, no, that's our version of pit bulls, is fucking sharks.
Now I've got an American one for you.
Okay, go on.
You're gonna love this.
Yeah, we
You're
go.
gonna fucking...
Again, I love everything from my life.
This is from Lifestyle News. Okay?
Oh, my favorite publication.
Competitive eaters nearing human limit of hot dog consumption, science says. Science says.
Okay, forgive me if I'm wrong, but is that not...
They
okay.
finally capped, boys. They can't eat any more hot dogs.
No. I'm sorry. They can't eat any more hot dogs. I'm sorry, but isn't Jesse the scientific determination of how much a human body can handle hot dogs determined by these people who push their bodies to the limits where they can.
Exactly. They're nearing.
That's
They're
right.
nearing their.
But how do they know that?
Right.
How do they know that some Asian man just doesn't come out of the blue, a new challenger approaches, and just fucking shoves down 146 of the cars? Like, come on. I'm waiting for fucking Long Jung
Dude,
Pong
we
like
should
to
look
come
it
out
up.
and just
We
do
should
it.
look up like hot dog max figures for each year. I bet it'd be like it'd be like 98,
Keep track of it.
120, 132, 138, 140, 141, 142, 143.
Yeah, 100%.
Like-
It's gonna be just one,
Yeah,
like one or two
They can't
every
handle
year.
it anymore. It's so funny. Like, who gives a fuck? Honestly, these cunts are eating way too much.
All right,
Dude.
I got another one for you.
all right. Lay on me, bruv.
Attempted rapist who was scared off by man swinging nearly 4 foot long sword pleads guilty.
That was definitely a punchline on that one. That was beautiful. Yeah.
They've got a picture of this motherfucker. He's just got his sword and he's just chilling. He's a very placid, plump white man. He's not fat. He's not a neckbeard, but he's just plump, right? He's just holding his sword up to his chest. He's like, yeah, I'm a fucking mad cunt. I saved a woman from being raped. What have you neckbeards done with your life so
what
far?
have you done?
Did
I
you get-
dedicated my life to the blade.
Did you get fucking 120 on Shadowlands already, mate? Yeah, fuck yeah. No, I saved a woman from being raped with my 4 foot long sword, cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
what did the woman say?
So the woman said that a statement from the woman who survived the attempted assault that was read in court Thursday said that the incident left her shattered, but she was healing.
Yeah.
As any fair maiden from medieval times would say once she's been saved
Fantastic.
from the sheriff of Nottingham trying to rape her.
Yeah.
So there was a guy, Chavez, which is incredibly hilarious to me, but probably no one else. Who was held in jail without bond since his arrest. I mean, I can't say why.
That's very uncommon.
What, for rapists did not get bail?
Yeah.
Really?
No.
I'll get there, Jesse. I'll get
Yeah.
there. I'll get there. One thing I thought that was particularly interesting about this is that a neighbor of this woman has the last name Dolan. I just thought that was pretty funny. Just Dolan. His name's Mac Dolan.
Mac Dolan.
Mac Dolan. That's
Drives
a sick name.
truck
Yeah.
and
Drive-
has
drives
a
truck.
dog.
Mac Dolan says he started yelling and running at the guy and basically grabbed the sword that he has on the wall and chased him towards the back stairs.
Grr.
Mac Dolan is our swordsman.
So
ladies
what
and
happened
gentlemen.
when we got to the stairs? Is there anything? In
So he didn't really the rapist didn't start running until he saw the sword. I mean, who could have guessed why? I mean, to be honest, he ran down the stairs. As he ran down the stairs, Dolan, our hero, went back to check on the bruised and rattled woman, call 911, and wake a friend visiting from Boston who had slept through all of the commotion and missed the incredible life-saving skills of this man with his 4 foot sword do his work.
well, I mean, we haven't given out one of those army badges for a while. You know, those heart ones.
Hey, fuck it, this cunt needs one.
Yeah. I feel
Alright,
like
just
it
mate,
deserves one.
just okay. You know what? You know
It's
how
been a while since there's been a war.
I'm
I
pretty
mean,
sure off the top of my head, I remember that they would only promote people in the Civil War if they were good with a sword, among many other things.
Yeah.
like
No,
a
no, no.
saber.
That's 100%
Yeah.
correct. Yeah.
So we need to bring that shit back.
Badass.
That's badass, isn't it, Tommy? Yeah. So honestly, Australian Army, you're probably never going to listen to this, but if you do, take my advice, right? I'm a professional and I'm more intelligent than the Australian Army. Just make it so that you base the merit of your awards off swordsmanship. How well you can chase a rapist off, right? Fuck this saving your comrades in battle from people whose sand you're invading.
Yep.
Just put him in an arena with a rapist and have them run at them with a sword and see how intimidated the rapist gets.
And
then
just before they receive the award, have someone try rape them
and
to
see,
prove
yeah, that's right.
they are deserving
Exactly. And hey,
Yep.
this is how we solve war, really.
Plenty of rapists that
I mean, okay, think about it this way. Okay, let's say we get in the war with North Korea, right? Fucking old Kim Jong-un's just sitting in his chair. He's like, oh, yeah, these fucking Australians, they're fucking coming to start some shit, Oh, they're fucking, we got nukes, they don't, First bloke we put onto the beach. He's got a fucking swordsman badge, right?
Yeah.
Kim Jong-un is just like, oh, nah, fuck this. We surrender. I don't want that cunt. I'm not raping anyone, but I don't want that cunt to kill me with a sword, That's probably the most humiliating death I can think of.
Yeah.
I'd rather be executed by the UN Human Rights Council than, get killed by this random Australian
I'd
with a sword.
rather the World Health Organization told me that I was doing a really good job. Like they did for China.
China is doing a really good job, and they definitely aren't lying.
Have you guys got any questions?
These marketing ideas, I don't know.
Marketing ideas?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. No. We'll do that after. Yeah. We're pretty much done now,
Yeah. Well,
so.
no, I got something else for you.
Oh,
though.
you got something else?
I do have something that you need to hear because
Okay.
you're just gonna love this, man.
I
All I've got is
love
the
everything.
headline.
I
There's
love
no
everything.
story behind it.
No story, just no
No,
context.
I didn't even fucking read it. I'm honest. I'm being honest.
Well, you don't need to read it, so now I'm.
Because as soon as I read it, I knew it was enough for you. and this is just for you, Bert. You're gonna absolutely love this.
Go
All
on.
right. So fears grow amid claims Tanzania defeated coronavirus through prayer.
Fears grow.
Fears grow amid claims
There's so
Tanzania
much to
defeated
unpack there.
coronavirus through prayer.
So were they afraid that Tanzania had defeated them through prayer, or
No.
were they afraid that
No,
the act
news.com.
of prayer?
News.com is scared
Oh!
that Tanzania claims that they defeated coronavirus through prayer.
onyanews.com.au. Purveyor of the finest news sources always, ever.
Also, for all the boys out there, Panasonic revealed a self-driving fridge and it comes to you when you call it.
Hey,
Yep.
that's pretty good.
That's for the boys.
Does it give us ice, though?
If there's ice in the fridge, yep.
Sick. I
Done.
mean, that's all we really need.
Can
That's
it go
all we
off-road? No, not yet, but hopefully someday.
Hey, fuck, man.
Yep.
It's only 2020.
All right, boys. GG.
GG, no rate.
That's
Thank
the
you.
TPL podcast.
Thank you, all 0 of you, for listening to our podcast. Join us soon for the next one. We're going to make this about fortnightly thing, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I feel like we should ask him if, do you want dicks in your mouth? Get in the TPL podcast.
I mean, that's a perfectly reasonable question that no one's ever
What else
going
do
to
they
question at all.
What else do they want?
Fruit Loops. I mean, everyone loves Fruit Loops, but they're just too fucking goddamn expensive.
Right?
I mean,
they don't
it's
taste the same as they used to.
It is literally $7 for a fucking bag of Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
It's fucking it's daylight robbery.
And we have 783 boxes of 1989 Fruit Loops in our shed. So if you want some, hit us up.
And 748 ejaculations worth of cum as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Make your cheese. Listen to TPL. Get your dick sucked.
All of this to be promised in later episodes of the Professional Layman's Podcast, TPL Podcast. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us tonight, today, whenever the fuck you're listening to this. We're out of here. Fuck yous. Bye.
Bye.
Boxy.